You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction complete. Intelligence system analytic computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online. Data scanned. Downloading files.
What's up, guys? You're listening to episode 90 of SITREP Radio, giving you the news and other happenings in the world of the Division. This week, the first state of the game of 2018 comes with news of the next GE and much more. But first, my name is Mike, and joining me as always are my co-hosts, Robert.
Hello.
And Luke.
Hello.
And we want to welcome any new players or listeners of the show, so thank you for joining us. Quick plug before we do start this week's news. For those that are just joining the Division community as a whole, or even have friends that are just kicking off playing the game itself, we do have a guide for new players over on our YouTube in the works, which is called Agent Origins. It's a series aimed at helping new players get to grips with the Division. The guys have put a lot of time and effort into it, so it's worth a watch. And even if you're a returning player after a long break, there will be many more episodes, so stay tuned. Anyway, let's go on with the news.
State of the game.
Okay, before we do start any dedicated news, reminder for anyone that doesn't already know, there is a blueprint for the lightweight M4 for sale, so make sure to pick it up. However, it resets this Friday, the 12th, at 12 a.m. GMT, so grab it before it disappears.
Over 1,000 bird bucks. I don't know exactly
Bird
how many.
docs. Bird docs?
Phoenix
Bucks.
credits.
That's the one. Robert, I'm going to go straight to you. We have some maintenance this week, dude.
Yeah, they didn't do any last week, which made the servers quite laggy last week, if I must say. But there was an issue where people without the DLC couldn't play Skirmish. I mean, I don't know why you haven't got the DLC already. You fools, go buy it, stupid people. But now they fixed that so you can play Skirmish. Yeah. And anyone who was trying to grind the Christmas Vanity Gear emotes and stuff, that's now sadly gone. Boo.
No,
I didn't get them all.
I didn't get the air guitar. Or the drumming one. I really wanted the drumming one.
I got the best emote, it's fine.
Bar humbug?
Mike got the guitar one on both PC and console.
Yeah, it was like one of the first ones I got from my holiday vanity cache.
Asshole.
And to be fair, I got the sweet leather motorbike jacket as well.
I'm not bothered about the
cool.
motorbike jacket. You can keep them. I just wanted the air guitar and the drumming emotes.
And yeah, because they showed that little snippet of that little
Is it
video
Mad Max?
Yeah.
on State of the Game. Yeah,
Yeah,
really
shout out
good.
to Mad Max. Awesome Christmas video. Luke, very quickly, I know you spoke about it last week. However, do you want to first off give the listeners the news of when GE4 is kicking off and a bit of an overview of what it is?
GE4, so you mean Strike, yeah?
Yeah, please.
No, you don't. You mean Ambush.
Rip whoever did that.
I
Petter, wasn't
think Petter admitted to that, yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday, January 23rd is when the next GE will start. It is Ambush. That's the one where you gain more weapon damage if you stand still. How long's this one going to run for, guys?
Whole year.
No.
I wish.
I was going to say, if it's a whole year, Rob's leaving the game because he's just can't Leroy it anymore.
Leroy. No, this one is definitely going to run for 7 days, not 6 days, not 8 days. 7. It will bring us the last 4 gear sets of the classified variety, which is Alpha Bridge, Firecrest, Hunter's Faith, and Tacticians.
Woohoo!
And I have an early they've done the mask combinations, they put them up as well. Well, I've got some information on it. Apparently, the Haze Mask is called Personal Space. You have to kill 250 people while near an ally. The Bug Mask the combination is called Motion Blur, and you have to kill 100 kills while moving. And the cage mask is called Statuesque, and you have to kill 400 people while standing still.
Nice.
Easy.
So basically, just kill a load of shit and you're good. Take that, leaderboards.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a couple of weeks with the classifiers. Obviously, the whole community has been talking about, I think we've talked about it on here as well, but we'll go over it very briefly. They did say on the State of the Game that at the minute, they're not looking to nerf anything with regards to the whole community screwing about Predator's OP, Striker's OP, Nomad is OP. I still stand by the fact that I think this is a good idea. And I like the fact that they're waiting till we get all these sets out before they do something about it. Guys, I'm going to go to you.
100%.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we said, I think I said last week, or maybe even the week before, I said that I don't think the 3 sets that are strongest now are going to be the strongest after all of these come out. But it makes financial sense for them to wait and patch it all at once.
True. But think of it another way. You have 3 sets that are OP to a lot of people. Is that OP, or are they just kind of balanced? Like, unfortunately, it is those 3 that seem to be the problem for a lot of people, but compared to the other ones. But if the new ones come in and they're just as bad, as Predators, Striker, and Nomad, then aren't they balanced, kinda?
I can kind of see where you're going with that, but
they're meant to be.
Yeah.
They're meant to be OP at the end of the day. They're meant to be classified gear sets, which are meant to be, better than the original ones. And from my point of view, if you're like, well, Striker's OP, well, you've got, a Predator build complaining about Nomad and Striker, and you got the Nomad complaining about the Predator and the Striker. Do you know what I mean? It's like this weird trifecta where they're just complaining about each other, but they're all OP. Maybe they're just balanced, but Lone Star and the other ones still need to be brought up a bit more.
Can I just say they're only OP in the right hands? Because, that's some of the experiences I've had in the DZ today. Just saying.
No, Nomad's...
Is your bum sore?
No. I'm not saying I was playing badly. I was just saying that I've come across some people today that we had full strikers, and I kind of put them on the floor several times.
Were you singing Drowning Pool at them?
No. I did a motor of their dead bodies, though.
Was it a guitar remote?
No.
Bad though.
It was my standing still.
What, your freaking parade emote?
Yeah.
Anyway, Luke, sorry, dude. What were you saying?
I was just going to say I find Nomad annoying, but it is like stupendously dependent on luck. Hence the name of the 6-piece talent. So if the rub of the green is not on your side when you're in a fight, Nomad is definitely not OP. I think the other thing I was trying to say was, instead of referring to 3 gear sets as OP, why don't we refer to the other ones as possibly underpowered? Because nobody's using Deadeye because everybody complained about it, so we nerfed it into the ground. I don't want that to happen with Pred or Striker or Nomad, to be fair.
I gotta be honest, D3's in a pretty good place. I don't think Reclaimer to me is in a good place. Yeah, people might not be using it for PvP, but that's the reason why people are complaining about Predators, Nomad, and Striker, because those are the main PvP builds at the minute. Just because people aren't using D3 or Reclaimer doesn't mean then they're not as good. Do you know what I mean? Or they're underpowered or OP, whichever way you want to take that. It is situational. I totally agree. And then, end of the day, if in PvP, what do you want the most of? What do you want? Kills. So you're going to run the most damage dealing build, or the build that's going to make you survive the most. And unfortunately, those 3 are, unless you're running in a team with a Reclaimer, which I'm sure it happens, but not often. Let's be honest.
Not anymore. Not with these 3 around. Because
not since they added the stamina changes that they did in 1.8. That's the problem at the minute, isn't it? The TTK, you've got higher stamina. everyone's running like tank builds kind of because of what the builds are kind of geared towards. So Predators, you have to stack 9, like all the DPS builds, you have to stack stamina to get DPS output, which kind of makes...
You don't necessarily need Reclaimer or Final Measure, do you? Because like you said, you've got your 9k stamina pred build, so you're tanky as fuck. You've got either a 9k stamina striker build or a 6k stamina striker build, which you, obviously when you get your stacks up, you're getting healing over time, so that's tanky. And Nomad's tanky as fuck because you've got infinite lives if the luck's on your side and constant overheal. So
yeah,
what's the point in having a Reclaimer guy that just weakens your team?
Exactly. Something that the community has also been talking about for a while, I think since the week after maybe 1.8 released, Year 3.
It's a day after 1.8 release, you mean?
Yeah, it was the day after. It was, if I remember right, it was literally during the stream for 1.8. It's like, 1.8 is out, guys.
1.9? Question mark?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we might have done that as well. Whoops, sorry. They basically reiterated today that they're not going anywhere. There is a future for the Division, and they're working on brackets stuff, but they're not ready to talk about it. They said the same this time. What was it, just after Last Stand dropped last year? And we were like getting hyped. I'm going to keep, I think, my hype to a minimum this time. My only stance on this is I hope to God that they have a better plan for announcing whatever comes next for the Division. Please, whatever you do not get a Year 2 hype stream and then don't talk about Year 2 or just like completely play it down.
The anniversary stream, you mean?
Yeah, the anniversary.
It was never a Year 2 stream, apparently.
Okay.
Silence.
Then don't talk about Year 2 at all then.
Mm-hmm.
No, honestly, I'm glad so much that, you know, they've been hinting at this for a while. Like even before 1.8 was released, like Hamish has been like, oh, you never know. And then, you know, there was that tweet the other day from Terry who was like, well, I think somebody was like, we want Central Park. And Terry was like, well, if you want Central Park, buy a frickin' sweater, dude. Buy some vanity items. So
thing is, it like
awesome.
1.8 has brought so many people back to the game.
Yeah.
They're going to get some money for doing that. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that they would do some more stuff.
At this rate, I'm sure we spoke about it before, expansion or new game.
I want more paid content. I want more paid expansions.
Yeah, I'm with Rob, actually. I would buy a Year 3 season pass right now.
Yeah, take my money.
Dude, we would have bought a season pass for Year 2, and I'm pretty sure almost a year ago we were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we said the same thing the week before the anniversary stream, not the announcement.
What I will say is, though, I watched State of the Game back when I got home from work this evening, and I picked up on one person's comment in chat whose username I didn't catch because it was scrolling quite fast. And he said, give us some information about Year 3 whilst you've got all the players around that have come back from 1.8 before they eat up the content that you've given them and then disappear, which I kind of agree with, but drip feed it like what they are doing. So we're not going anywhere. There will be stuff in the future. Then give it a couple of weeks or maybe next week, say, right, one of the things we're working on for Year 3 is on whatever it is, whether it be classified caches or Central Park, or you could take boat trips around the Intrepid. I don't know, whatever the fuck they're going to bring into the game. I don't know, but
classified exotics.
Yeah. Buffing golds up, whatever. Just drip feed little bits. Just keep people interested is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they've done a very good job. Since July when 1.7 was it? I think pretty sure it was like around July time 1.7 was introduced. Obviously 1.8. I mean, me and Rob were talking this week. There was 3 posts on Reddit, wasn't there, Rob?
Oh, yeah.
3 headlining posts. What were they covering, Rob?
They were all like, one of them was pretty much fuck Bungie, hello Massive. And they're all kind of on that same theme. Like,
one of them was from Rob. And he's been playing the Division since day one, so I don't know why you put that post up.
Yeah. It wasn't
I'm
me,
joking,
but
dude.
like, yeah, they were all in the same vein. Like, a lot of people have left Destiny 2 and come over to the Division and realized how good it is now. And there's just been a lot of posts like that on Reddit. It was kind of nice to see.
Yeah. It probably was helped a lot by another person this week. Skill Up, for those that haven't already seen it, he did put out a review. It's up to you if you want to go watch it. I did, but I'm going to be honest, the guy burnt the game but like a year ago and is like monetizing his apology. So, don't know.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't
want to
watch
think
it.
about that really. But I'll give him his due. He said sorry for being wrong, and I'll be honest, I called him out for it on Twitter the other day. And I want to thank everybody that stuck by the game because, you know, you guys did.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
He wasn't the only one to burn the game, was he, to be fair? But
No.
yeah.
So
An apology after...
So is that him back doing Division videos? Is he going to start doing like build videos again and like?
Well, I'm going to
stuff?
say this. He ain't friends with Bungie anymore. So maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll get this sweet vendor reset videos from Skill Up again. We don't know. No, we love you, man. Huge pause. But yeah,
What's next?
Rob, any more thoughts on year 3 before we move on?
I have lots of thoughts, but I can't. No thoughts.
Okay. Before we
More from Rob
Before
next
we head
week.
yeah, more from Rob next week. Anyway, before we move on to this week's discussion, obviously we're talking about Nomad being OP. How would you guys feel if there was an invincibility glitch on the Nomad build? Because funny enough, this cropped up literally after we talked last week about, you know, showboating glitches and exploits of the Division on your YouTube page and in general on social media. So how do you guys feel about the Nomad glitch?
Luke?
I didn't really have a strong opinion on this because the 2 videos that I've watched didn't show you how to do it. And then after the news of the state of the game, there's a very good reason why there wasn't a "this is how you do this glitch" video. So I'm glad for once I actually kept my mouth shut instead of looking like an idiot like I normally do.
I'll say this. I saw somebody put like a post up on Reddit about it and it just had like shitloads of downvotes. It was like people were just like, nope, get the fuck out of here. Fuck glitches. Stop trying to, you know, exploit the game.
Yeah.
They've done such a good job in 1.8 to try and get rid of stuff. And, you know, people are like,
I'm just
doing it again.
I'm just really glad it isn't a glitch that you can
Reproduce
because
Yeah.
that would suck.
If that was a real glitch, and I'm not saying it isn't because somebody might figure out how to do it, because at the end of the day, this was a bug that somebody managed to record where he couldn't die. And then this same video has been rebranded and circulated ad nauseum, and it's getting annoying, but whatever. If this is a real bug, I'd be flipping my lid right now. But luckily it isn't at the moment. But I'm sure there are people out there trying to prove that wrong.
I think also when they were on the state of the game, basically saying we've got our, you know, quality control guys testing this now, trying to replicate this bug, and they can't do it. And you know, they've looked at the video, they've looked at what they've spoke. I don't know if they spoke to the people who were actually doing it, or I think they shouted out Jessamine on stream, and he obviously like spoke to him. Yeah, they're chasing it, and they literally said, we want this fixed as soon, you know, we want to find out what the problem is now. I gotta be honest, like they're being really on point with the game since 1.8. Luke.
No, that's exactly what you just said there is exactly what I was going to say. It's really refreshing to see them say something that isn't, we know about this, we are investigating. They sat there and said, we don't know how to do this. We've been trying to do this since we watched this video. We've watched numerous versions of this video, and as far as we can see, it is all the same rebranded video. And we've also watched a video where somebody spoke to the guy who recorded the video, who's admitted he can't reproduce it. And then, like you said, they've got the QC guys trying to do it. So, I mean, that's what I want. If they don't know how to do it, tell us they don't know how to do it and they don't know how to fix it. Not we are investigating. That was brilliant. They couldn't have said anything better for me today.
You forgot the bit where they watched the other 12 videos where people were trying to, just reshare that same video for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
All about the money, hey?
All about the clicks.
All about that sweet YouTube money, right?
Yeah,
Rip.
baby.
But yeah, if you do know how to replicate the Nomad glitch, or you have any information, send it straight to the state of the game at massive.se. It's quite nice to have a direct link to actually pass that information.
No dick pics.
Across it. Yeah, no dick pics. Guys, we have a discussion.
Ooh.
We just had one.
We have another discussion. I feel like we're having quite a few discussions in general this week. Anyway, I'm sure many people who know us would have seen a little bit of a conversation breaking out on Twitter this week. And it was actually a question in our Discord from Foxy, Edelon Fox. So I'm going to ask you guys, do you feel there should be a weekly classified cache in the game outside of the global events? I said general events. Robert.
Yeah. But it depends on how easy it is to do that. It'd have to be the hardest thing. It'd have to be the hardest thing in the game, because obviously that's the best loot in the game. So you'd have to have the equivalent difficulty. So, like, people were saying maybe do every single incursion and heroic or something along those lines. Is that right?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, because at the minute, why are we doing heroics? Why are we doing legendary missions? Why are we doing all this content? Why are we playing the Dark Zone? At the end of the day, it's for classifieds, isn't it? It's for the chance at an exotic. And my thinking is, you can go around Falcon Lost on heroic and not get a piece of classified at all. And especially now we have, how many classified gear sets have we got, Luke, currently?
10.
What overall? So we'll have 14.
14.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In a month.
14 total, 10 currently available.
And then we'll have 6 times the amount of pieces to collect.
Yes.
Because every single piece of gear. I don't think it's a bad thing to have the option to run all, 4 incursions and get basically get a classified cache at the end of it, but randomized. And it's guaranteed randomized loot drop that is classified, even if you don't know what it's going to be. I know there's arguments for like, oh, you can go pick like what set you want, but I mean, with some of this content, you're not even getting it from the stuff you're running in general. Like Rob, you said you've been running underground, expecting classifieds to drop, and you haven't had anything.
No. Had a
So,
big
I mean,
outlay. Yay.
what do you think about that? Anyway, Luke.
I completely understand your point. I do. I mean, I'm in a lucky position where I've got all of them. So, I understand that there are people out there who haven't. Isn't that right, Rob?
Yes. Although
Rip.
Tom Cruise's mum's shoes is going to get me my poster this weekend. Fingers
Shout out.
crossed.
But what you have to bear in mind is I understand the point that you made about make it really, really difficult, because it's the most difficult, it's the best loot in the game, therefore it should be really difficult.
Hold on. You have to get through Stolen Signal on heroic.
That's the that's the problem right there. You can't lock the best gear in the game behind something that not all the players can do. You can't do it. You will create a problem.
Okay. What about if you had to finish every weekly? So all the weekly HVTs, all the weekly underground stuff, all the weekly main mission, the weekly weekly survival means I would never get it.
The
Is there any other
problem with that,
weeklies?
the problem with that one then is you will potentially create an argument for it being pay to win because some of the weeklies are on the DLCs.
God damn it!
This is the problem right here. It's the best loot in the game, so it should be difficult to get. If you lock it behind the hardest content in the game, you either need to be really, really good solo or have a team that's pretty damn good. Because let's be honest, Stolen Signal on Heroic is difficult. I'm not going to lie.
Let's be honest, both of those in general can be difficult solo. The chances of doing anything on Heroic or Legendary is going to be difficult for a lot of people. As a team, if you're matchmaking to try and get you classified, how many times I've matchmade Clear Sky a lot for Heroic during global events and stuff like that, and it is a pain in the ass to try and get a team for that if you're just matchmaking in, admittedly.
I'd be happy for the game to do it, like the devs or whoever come up with the idea of doing it that is balanced. But it does still need to be difficult because, like we've all said numerous times, it is the best loot in the game. It needs to be difficult to get hold of, but you can't lock it behind DLCs, and you can't lock it behind something that's like going to be out of reach of some of the more casual players because you're just creating the same argument that you had from like 1.3 days back when you remember how they locked certain loot drops behind certain incursions and stuff. Like you had to do this incursion to get a holster. And then it could be any of the holsters or whatever. It didn't work.
But aren't some of the incursions locked behind DLC as well?
No.
Talk about my ass.
No, he's right.
The incursions aren't.
They are.
What?
I'm pretty sure Dragon's Nest. Oh no, it's free, isn't it?
All the incursions are free.
Yes, yeah, you are right.
Dragon's Nest dropped at the same time as Underground, but
it was the free content, wasn't it?
Okay. I'll shut up then.
That came alongside the rest of it, yeah. What about if they came up with a separate playlist then? Like a separate weekly, a classified playlist that you would have to do, including maybe, I don't know, you have to complete all your HVTs, every single one. And then add to it. So there would be other stuff. You got your West Side Piers, Resistance, get to whatever level in Resistance solo or as a group. There's other Skirmish, run Skirmish. There are other activities in the game that you could use to kind of push this forward. But I still stand by that if they implement a classified cash system, you should not be able to choose which gear set you are selecting it from.
100%.
And my argument for that, and I know there's a huge argument of longevity, and I know that goes both ways between casual and hardcore players, but what happens when you just hand loot out? We already get general, how many times do we just, we'll go farm something and you've got the same stuff over and over again, whether it's like high ends or a Bliss holster or, skull gloves, you're not really interested in it. Most people now aren't interested. Obviously, if you're new, up and coming, that's what you're going to be chasing. The game is in a good place at the minute, and I can't really see anybody complaining about it apart from DivTech. I see a lot of complaints about DivTech. I'm kind of swings and roundabouts on that. I'm kind of for increased DivTech when I haven't got enough, and yeah. But that's really my piece on it. I don't know if there's any way you guys want to close it off, because just for the longevity of the game itself. Luke or Rob?
I think something is going to happen. Once all the gear sets are out, something like this will appear because it just makes sense. Unless they start doing the global events a lot more often, which could be a thing. But at the moment, the reason why they're so low is to bring people back to the global event, because if you've got everything, you've no need to play it. So it kind of makes sense at the moment to do this, but then I don't know.
I still stand by it. I just think if it's not broken, I don't believe it's broken. I mean, I haven't got the house yet. Rip me. Rob's not got a striker holster. How many weeks has it been? You've been chasing that thing for a couple of weeks now, haven't you?
Yeah.
A month?
Well,
we've almost got the next no, it's more than that.
The GE, whichever.
It's 2 months now, if not.
That was the second GE, wasn't it, Striker?
Yeah, more than that. Sorry. It is difficult, because you want to cater to both, but it's Salute and Shearer, it's RNG based, and that's what it should be at the end of the day. I don't think you should be get given stuff for free, unfortunately. I don't know.
On that note, if anyone gets a Striker holster in the Dark Zone at some point, hit me up on Discord or Twitter.
Or a house.
Or a house.
I'll take it three bedrooms.
I generally think someone should
pool.
set up like a thing on Discord or something, that because people have been doing it, but like it's been random. We need like one place where people can go. Who needs this? Who needs that? I reckon that'd be a good idea to do. Share the wealth.
And on that note,
Go on then, Rob. Set it up.
that's this week's.
No, I'm too lazy.
Anyway, thank you guys for your input.
No, thank you.
Questions. We have a few questions this week. We've already answered kind of Foxy's in the last discussion bit. However, Captain says, how do you guys feel about Skirmish, Last Stand, and the DZ since 1.8, and how is PvP holding up now it's been out for a while? I think Luke is going to be our DZ expert. Did you eat and sleep in there, dude?
Yeah, but he hasn't been PvPing that much, have you? Or have you?
Have you got a straw hat now, have you?
Farm.
Yeah.
I will go in the Dark Zone and farm some DivTech caches for a while, and then I will go and shoot some people in the face in Skirmish.
Oh, I thought you were going to say get bored and start shooting people in the DZ, because that's what I did.
Well, yeah, that happens as well. I was lucky enough to be joined by Game with Weezer the other day in the Dark Zone when I was with Boris, Spick Beats. He loaded into our server and me and Boris were rogue. So, I was bored of farming after 20 minutes.
Did he enjoy it?
Yes, he made out like a bandit. He got 4 pieces of classifieds because me and Boris have got everything. So when we got a classified piece, extract it straight away, drop it in the checkpoint for Weezer. Like I say, made out like a bandit, bless him.
Nice. Did he get any road kills or anything?
Nah.
Did he go PvPing with you guys? No?
Nah, dude sucks at PvP.
We all went into Skirmish after last week's episode as well, and I really enjoyed that quite a lot.
Well, guess what we're doing after the show?
No, I want to go hit the DZ. Fuck you.
No.
He wants that
Skirmish.
striker holster.
Oh, that's what it is. For fuck's sake.
No, I was
Skirmish.
playing the DZ today, and I really enjoyed PvP and DZ. Solo as well.
What build were you running, dude?
I guess.
Striker?
No, definitely not. You can't.
What were you running?
Nomad.
Reclaimer. He's running Reclaimer in the Dark Zone.
He's running Nomad.
His sweet heels.
Murdering the server with his Midas.
Yeah.
Last Stand.
When was the last time you two played Last Stand?
Before 1.8.
Probably before 1.7 for me. I can't really remember when it dropped. I'll probably said something stupid there.
That's all I can say.
I've definitely played it in between 1.7 and 1.8, but I've definitely not played it since 1.8 drops. I don't think I PvP'd that much. I played a lot of the Dark Zone, I think, just before Christmas, and then obviously after Christmas, jumping in and playing Skirmish was good fun. The only downside is everybody's running the house. Now, what I'm hoping is that's going to change, because a certain person...
I was just going to say this.
Marco Style has put out a video, why I don't use the house. And I'm really hoping it's like, well, maybe we don't need to use the house. Maybe there's other guns in the game we can use. It's like,
last week I was rocking 2 LMGs and I topped leaderboard quite a few times when we were playing skirmish. So you don't need a house.
That's a very good point. Shout out to Shocks 2015.
No, don't give him credit for this.
Yeah, I will give him credit for this.
Like, not him, not Holden McGroin, and not Shadow Darker. Fuck all three of them.
No, fucking props to those guys. We were live streaming a bit of a skirmish. Can't get my freaking words out. Skirmish session we were running, and how many matches did we run? It was
we won every game until we met back.
8 in a row, yeah.
And then freaking Shocks and his crew came in and freaking put us on our asses.
Yeah,
but it was good fun. It kind of shows we need to step up our game a bit, for sure.
A bit, dude. We got fucking hammered, dude.
Yeah,
and not in the usual way that we get hammered, with cans of Carlin and bottles of red wine and whatever. We got fucking murdered. So yeah, I was joking. GG to those three because they obviously had a random with them as well, and they absolutely tore us to pieces. So the difference in PvP abilities of players of the division has never been more apparent than when we played skirmish last week. Because, like I say, we ran 8 games undefeated. We were doing all right. Some of the games were tight, some of them weren't, and then you get obliterated by Shocks and his crew, and it's just like, whoa, hold on a minute.
To be fair though, it was our first time we're not even a full team either. In skirmish.
No, but neither were they. To be fair, they were only a 3 because I jumped into Shocks' stream afterwards to say GG.
Oh, did you?
So, yeah.
Oh, nice man. Yeah. Anyway, good job, dude.
Yeah. To be fair.
2187, aka Joe Nanero, asks podcast host predictions for GE4 dates. Now, I just want to shout out now, anyone that said the 21st of January is an absolute idiot. It's a Sunday. You're wrong. I don't think I can say it clearer than that.
I'm sure we all said 23rd of January last week, didn't we?
Wow. I think so, but I can't remember, to be honest.
I have to listen back. That's completely against my nature, so it's not going to happen.
This is somebody that puts out our YouTube episode as well, so he just mutes it the whole time. So it might go out with sound, it might not go out silent.
That time when there was the video that had 2 sounds on it, that's because I mute the video when I edit it.
And finally, the last question comes from Spickbeats. Okay, are all 3 of you nerds wearing PS headsets? I watched the live podcast episode 88 and noticed they all look pretty similar. Also, I see Ron is wearing his Destiny one. Motherfucker, how the fuck is he still part of the team?
Fuck you, Boris. It's not a Destiny one. It's just a white version of the PSN headset.
I'm hearing racism.
Why does it say Destiny 2 up the side of it then?
It doesn't.
Why are you wearing your Destiny 2 t-shirt and slippers?
I'm not. I'm a fucking...
Oh no, wait.
Negan
can you
t-shirt.
Just tilt? Can you tilt to the right a minute? What's that on your wall? Is that a Destiny 2 poster?
No, it's a Guardians of the Galaxy poster.
Same thing. Get the fuck out. Same thing.
Touche.
I'm messing, dude. Yeah. And then we got called freaking Team Nacon as well.
I don't use mine.
I don't have one.
I'm the only one. I think I'm the only one that actually uses it now. I don't know if Captain still uses this. Bargain. I still stand by it's a good controller because I've gone back to the old one and it's fucking weird. Anyway,
they brought out a version 2. You know that?
Yeah, it's just got a USB instead of that weird
just a different cable.
Yeah, different cable. Yeah, rip Boris. Get a new cable.
I'd like to know what headset Boris is using when he's playing on PlayStation. I bet it's a PlayStation headset, so fuck him.
No, it probably runs Astros.
Hi, my name's Luke. I'm the Oprah of giving out fucks today.
Fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you too.
Oh, and you get a fuck as well. Anyway, that is the podcast. Before we leave, guys, what have you been up to this week? I've been busy doing the Origins video. Anybody else?
Mike, we got you to level 30, didn't we? And then we got you loads of gear. Or was that last week?
That was Friday and Saturday, wasn't it? And then we did some stuff during the week for recording the YouTube episode.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a lot on PC this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys. I've had to play with other people this week. GG.
Sorry, dude. But shout out to you.
Sorry, Luke.
Shout out to me. What for?
I know, because like the beginner guides that we've been putting out, it is a group effort. You know, we have like a script that we share between the three of us. Luke basically does final edit on it, and then Rob helps us through the game, and I do recording and editing on my end. So, you know, it is a group effort when it's just me talking. You know, it's not just me behind; it's these guys behind the scenes as well. So, thank you to you both. Any classifieds did you get? Did you get drop? That's a question. Apparently,
you're talking like Yoda now. No, I got a big hour on PC.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did get. I remember you saying, "Oh man, if I get the fucking house or a striker holster, I'm gonna tear my PC apart." Some shit, or your PlayStation. I can't remember which one it was.
That would have been hilarious.
I wouldn't.
I can't remember what classifiers and exotics I've got this week because I either instantly destroyed them because they were shit for DivTech or gave them to Weezer. So,
congratulations, Weezer.
Striker holster.
There wasn't a striker holster, dude. You'd have known about it if there was.
Okay.
I wouldn't have given it to you, but I would have told you about it.
Yeah, you would have had that sweet video of it being deleted, like
one piece of DivTech.
Rob, look how I got my DivTech this week.
Just all these striker holsters.
You just stack up all your striker holsters, and then like one of them in there is like classified. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to.
No, I've got a feeling I'm not going to get it until the next time they roll that GE round, and it'll be the first cache open.
Only half a year later. That's good. Anyway, what else? I think that's it, really. For news and what we've been up to. I played Overwatch Tuesday and streamed it because I needed a break from editing. And that was good fun. Brad joined us. Brad, as Rob would say.
How'd you get on?
Yeah.
Did alright.
Yeah?
It's good fun.
You sure you did alright? Because when I was watching, everyone was like getting rather salty and stuff. And blaming you for being high level.
It was very funny to see, it's kind of funny because those guys don't always want to go back and play Overwatch, and then like the minute we get in, they're like, you fucking twat. And it's just, I think about 30 seconds into us playing the game together, somebody came in and called Hale a sugar cunt, and I was just fucking pissed myself.
To be fair, Hale was pretty funny. I was laughing at a lot of his jokes.
Yeah, I know. Our friend Brad was like, dude, Hale's joined. This is not going to be good. And then he was like, next one, he was like, Hale's all right. I said he's all right. All those guys are awesome. So thank you to the Cabbages that I play with.
The Cabbages.
Because I can't play Destiny.
So insulting.
I'm sorry. I can't do it. I think I might actually kill myself if I have to play Destiny at the minute. I mean, even Rob's handed in his notice with his raid team. It's like...
I haven't handed my notice in this. I'm just on I don't know, which
permanent hiatus.
Yeah.
Tell me when the game gets good.
I may have deleted it from my PC as well.
Oh,
because
you just got asked for that sweet refund.
100 gigabytes on PC. It's like, what the hell? That's
you don't have to explain it to us, Rob. It's fine.
It's fine. We know you have an addiction, and we're here for you if you need us through this bad time. We will help you break this addiction. You know.
Yeah. Thanks.
High five.
Shall I end the show?
You can end the show, Robert.
You can find us at SITREP Radio and on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Tweet us with the hashtag TeamSitRep, as we're all affiliated with the hashtag. Send any questions or feedback to us over on the emails, which is sitrepradiopod@gmail.com, or DM us at Twitter or Facebook. Luke?
You can find SITREP Radio on any of the following platforms: iTunes, Apple Podcasts for iOS, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, Overcast for iOS, Stitcher, Player.fm, Pocket Casts, RSS feed, Podbeans. Fuck you, Mike, and please, while you're there, rate, review, and subscribe. Thank you!
Oh,
Jared's
amazing.
going to love editing out that freaking peeking at the end. Anyway, make sure to check out Mash Those Buttons over on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Go check out some of the other podcasts that are part of the Mash Those Buttons family. We wait for the long pause while
don't
Rob
forget-
figures out where he is every week.
Sorry, I was just watching Luke visually
just
bash
weird.
you. And don't forget, you can also
That's even weirder.
check our episodes out on on the YouTubes. We also put IFMs when we do them, and Luke, Mike's been working very hard on the Agent Origins, which is doing really well at the moment. Please rate, subscribe, and review, please. Whatever
And
you
Rob,
call
your
it.
D3 build will be up within the next few days as well.
Yeah, you
from
lazy
last
ass.
week's show. Hey, what
I'm
can I say?
joking. You've been really busy.
Anyway, thank you as always to Sean Wider over at the Division Elites. Go check out our friends at the Loot and Shoot and the Clancy Elites. We have been SITREP Radio. Thank you as always for listening, and we will catch you in the next week's episode, which will be
Good job, dude.
next week.
Next week's episode is
fucking
going to be
hate
next
you
week.
guys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it going to be next week?
You guys.
It's going to be in a month's time. Bye.
Fuck you.